A group of Holyoke tenants and their landlord were back in court this morning after their building partially collapsed earlier in the month.
Well, this morning was the second hearing. Western Mass News reporter Caroline Powers is live in Springfield with more on today's proceedings. Caroline?
Beth and Chris, the courtroom was packed this morning with people who live in that building on Essex Street in Holyoke, hoping to receive additional help while they are displaced.
There's elders, there's individuals who are disabled. So we have a real big mix of tenants here.
20 families still without an official place to live after their apartment building in Holyoke partially collapsed back on February 9th. Tuesday morning, tenants were back in Springfield Housing Court as the executive director of Enlace de Familias represented them.
Today they were calmer than they were on Friday. Once you know what the process is and that you realize that it is a slow process, you sort of kind of know that information, right? The issue now is the food, transportation. Kids are on vacation, which is a little better.
The landlord's attorney, Dennis Powers, told the judge his client was able to secure additional funds and is able to continue putting the families up in a hotel until Monday. They'll also be receiving food vouchers.
It was a good outcome. It was a very good outcome. I think that I believe that Attorney Powers and the landlord are looking at every way possible to avoid having that building go into receivership, and they're really looking at whatever resources the landlord has.
Powers also said the landlord was working to pull permits on Wednesday to get repair work started as soon as possible. They're estimating the work to take about 2.5 weeks. Now, Liechtenstein, Powers, and the city are working to facilitate times for residents to go back into the building and get some of the things they need, like medication and clothing.
The judge has asked for someone to organize them going back, and so when I get back to the office, I'll try to figure out what would be the best day to go in. Children are on vacation this week, but there are people that, some of the tenants who work, and they need their uniforms, and so they also have spent money buying new uniforms so that they can continue to go to work. So there's a lot of moving pieces to all of this.
Now, we did reach out to the landlord's attorney, Dennis Powers, for further comment, but we have not heard back from him. The next hearing in housing court is scheduled for Monday. Live in Springfield, I'm Caroline Powers for Western Mass News.